Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. In this one, I'm going to be starting off a new series in Season of Discovery, which is going to be called The Art of Flipping. Now, in this series, the main goal is to reach 1000 gold from only using the auction house with flipping. Now, we're going to be using the groups, my TSM groups from my new flipping guide. Now, if you haven't checked this out already, there will be a link down in the description box for this. This is my classic flipping guide, which works in classic era, classic hardcore, and also in Season of Discovery. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be starting off with a brand new character. What we're going to do is send over 10 gold, just because it's going to make the whole thing a lot quicker, and we have some spare gold, so we might as well start off with 10 gold. And we're also going to put some bags on this character, and we're going to see how long it actually takes us to get to 1000 gold flipping in Season of Discovery. Now, we're going to be starting this on the 4th day of Season of Discovery. So there's not much gold in the game at the moment, so we'll make it really interesting to see how quickly we can actually reach that 1000 gold. So this is the beginning ledger. All throughout the series, I'm going to be showing you the ledger, and we'll be able to see and keep track of how many days it actually takes us to get to 1000 gold on a fresh Season of Discovery server. We're going to be using the groups right here from the classic flipping guide. We're going to probably start off with flipping materials while we just have 10 gold to play with. Once we have a bit more gold, we will then venture into recipes and also some BOEs. Now, the BOEs we could probably flip and make a decent amount of profit off every single one, same with the recipes. But to start off, the materials will be a lot more consistent and they'll sell a lot quicker. Now, we're starting off with 10 gold because it is pretty easy to get your hands on 10 gold and a few bags, 4 bags, especially if you've just leveled up to level 25. All you need to do is like 15 quests once you've hit level 25, and that should give you around 10 gold, and you'll be able to do the exact same thing that I am. Now, the main reason that we're not starting from, say, 0 gold or from like 1 gold is just because it will just be very tedious at the start. It will take a little bit of time to build up to, say, 10 gold. But from 10 gold, we should be able to start seeing some pretty consistent sales and some progress pretty quickly. Well, pretty much instantly. Once we spend the whole 10 gold that we're going to start off with, we should have a decent amount of items that we're going to be able to flip and see consistent, steady sales. So first of all, let's go ahead and send over 10 gold, and we'll also send over 4 10 slot bags. And here it is. This is what we're going to be starting off with. So we've got some small silk bags, they're 10 slots, and also the 10 gold. Let's go ahead and grab that. Let's throw the bags on and let's get right into it. So our first goal will be to spend pretty much all of the 10 gold, maybe have like a gold left over, and spend it pretty much all of it so we can start making some gold from the flips. Alright, so the bag's looking good. We've got a bunch of space. We're not going to need our halfstone at all. We're not going to be leaving the auction house or Stormwind. We're just going to be going from the auction house straight to the mailbox and back and forth. Alright, so another reason why I'm doing this on a second account, I find this to be really good. What you can actually do is you can do all your flipping on your second account and let the scans run in the background while you still play your main account. This way you have no downtime, and you can still just play the game normally on your other account. So what we're going to do to start off with here is we're just going to select the material group right here, and we're going to give this a scan and see what we can come up with this scan. So how this works is that it's going to scan all the items in the group from the flipping guide, and it's going to bring up a percent on the side right here, and this is the percent of the market value. So at 100%, that means it's at the market value and it's exactly where it should be. Anything below it, it means it's cheaper than the market value. And then anything that is over means that it is over the market value. Now, when flipping, I like to buy the majority of the items as low as possible, obviously, but anything under 50% is worth looking into and seeing if it will be a good flip personally. Alright, so while the scan is going, I'll just tell you a few more of the rules. So we obviously can't accept any gold, we can't be traded any gold, we can't sell any items in trade chat. We've got to be strictly doing it on the auction house using TSM and using the groups and operations from the flipping guide. We also can't leave Stormwind whatsoever on this character. We're pretty much stuck to the auction house and the mailbox, and also no professions, so we can't use like enchanting to disenchant items or do anything like that. It's going to be 100% straight up flipping on the auction house only. Now we might do a little bit of investing here and there, especially at the start of Season of Discovery. There's a lot of items, materials that are pretty much at the vendor value, so the price that they sell for at the vendor cost, the vendor sell cost. And so what we're going to do is probably invest into a few of those, because it's a pretty much 100% safe way to invest into some materials. If they're already at the vendor price, they're never going to go below the vendor price. And the best case is that they go up, which obviously there's going to be inflation. The more gold that comes into Season of Discovery, the higher the price will go on the majority of the materials. Now, if for whatever reason they stay at the vendor price, all we can do is just straight up vendor them, and we won't lose anything whatsoever. So we're going to do a bit of that early on in Season of Discovery, by just finding items that are pretty much at the vendor sell price and stocking up on those, and maybe sitting on them for like a few weeks until the price of them go up. But the majority of the way that we're going to be doing it is just straight up buying items and then instantly posting them back up on the auction house. Now we can do that with materials by doing market resets, by buying out all of them, making the price higher. A lot of the times there is like one of the item that is posted up on the auction house way below the market value. So we're obviously going to go ahead and buy these up, and also we'll keep an eye on trends in the market and see what items are going to, or speculate what items are going to go up in value, and we'll try to flip them also. Now there's two main ways that we're going to be actually getting our hands on the item, and that is going to be running the browse shopping scan like we're doing right now, and this will bring up all of the items. And the other option is by doing a sniper scan. And now I've got this set up in the flipping guide, so if you have the flipping guide, all you've got to do is come and click on run buyout sniper, and this is all set up ready to go on the groups that I have in the flipping guide. And this will pop up, and anything that gets listed on the auction house while the sniper is going, it will pop up on this window and it will give you a percent, just like the browse option right here. And this way is pretty good actually on Classic, because you can find a lot of great deals before anyone else has a chance to actually see them, and you don't have to wait for a full scan to go through. You can they just pop up instantly, so sometimes you can actually snipe a lot of really cheap items that are really good flips. So that's going to be the two main methods. We might play around with the bid sniper, and this is just basically bidding on items that are way under the value, but probably not doing much of that. We might later, when we have a bit more gold, just play around with it, but the majority of the ways is going to be using the browse shopping feature on the groups from the flipping guide, and also the sniper. So that is going to be the two main ways that we're going to get items. We're going to be posting the items that we get for only 2 hours, and this is going to save a lot of gold on listing fees, because obviously on Classic the listing fees are pretty heavy on some items, so we need to make sure that we're not wasting gold while we're listing the items up. So we'll let this scan just finish, and we'll see what items we want to actually buy and that are worth buying at the moment. Alright, so the scan is complete. What we're going to do now is we're going to start from the lowest percent, and we'll go through and see if we think they're a good deal or not. So we've got the true silver bars right here for 17 silver each, and there's not many actually posted. So what we're going to do is buy all of them all the way up to where they're 2 gold and 65 silver. So let's go ahead and do that right now. Now we're using the TSM macro right down here, and that basically just clicks the buyout option for us, and we have it set to the scroll wheel up and down, so we can just scroll the mouse wheel up and down, and this will buy them as quick as possible. So let's go ahead and buy out every single one of the true silver bars, and we'll reset the whole price on all of those. Alright, so we've got all of those. We should be able to get a really good price that we're going to relist them for. Let's check out this right here. How many are posted? Now we could do the same thing here, but we wouldn't want to buy probably over the 50% of the market value. So what we could do is buy all of these and then try to resell them, undercutting this person right here for 25 silver, which I think we'll go ahead and do, because because there's not many to buy, and they are one of the best below the market value items that are currently on the auction house. So let's go ahead and buy up all of these. We'll buy all the way up to this right here, the 30% one, and then we'll try to repost them all for around 25 silver each. Now we could buy these two right here and then try to repost all of them for 43 silver. Buying these ones could be a bit risky, so I think we might just stick with the all the way up to the 30% just for these ones. So we've got 5 gold left over. What have we got here? The market value on these is 76. There's only 4 posted on the auction house, so might as well buy them because we won't have any competition when reselling those. Now here's an item that is pretty much at the vendor sell price. How many of these would we need to buy to actually get some profit off all of them? Seems like there is a lot posted. They're only cheap though. We could do a big reset on these, but people are leveling at the moment, so a lot of people are just farming these as they casually level. So I think we will stay away from those at the moment. We've got some thick leather here. Now we could stock up on those. What do these look like? There's too many of them posted for that to be interesting with 4 gold. What else we got? Some coarse stone. Oh, there's one that already sold, but that would have been a good buy. It was pretty much half the price of the next one. What else we got here? Elemental Earth. These are going to definitely go up throughout Season of Discovery, like way higher than this price, but there's too many of them to actually buy out at the moment, and there's not much use for them in the game right now, so I think we'll stay away from those. We have the life root right here. Now we could do a big reset on these because there's a lot of really cheap ones, and the vendor sell price for these is 75 copper. So buying them for 90 silver, for like 90 copper to 1 silver, we're pretty safe. For whatever reason, if they went down to the vendor sell price, we could just vendor them and we wouldn't lose much gold whatsoever. How many would we need to buy to make the price decent? So there's a stack of 15 here, stack of 10, stack of 20. We could probably buy them all out, but we will just keep on looking and we'll just see if there's any better deals where we don't have to buy as many items. Now if we had the gold to buy out all of these, I would, but we're going to run out of gold before we could actually buy out all of these. And what I'd do is buy all of them to 45% and then post them for around 1 gold and 29 silver. That is what our TSM operation would post them at. Or it would undercut this last one if we wanted to, but 10 gold each is like crazy price for that, so we'd probably sell them for about 1 gold and 29 silver. Unfortunately, we don't have the gold to do that at the moment. So rough stone, this is always a good seller, and I think we're going to do it with the rough stone. It's super cheap at the moment. If we look at the market value, 14 copper. We go ahead and buy up all the ones up to 8 copper. We don't want to buy these ones right here. As you can see, there's 6 stacks of 20 and then there's 5 stacks of 20 right here. So I think what we're going to do is just buy these. Would need to change the price. I guess we could just buy these, but is it really worth it? Probably not. If there wasn't these big stacks, we could buy a bit higher and reset it from like 5 copper to say 12 copper, but there's some big stacks there, and we don't want to buy too many of them for too high of a price, do we? Right, so here's a good item that we'll actually do it with. Now these are going to be a bit over 50%, but we're going to do a reset, I think, all the way down to 11 silver right here. These are pretty low at the moment, because if you look at the vendor sell price, it's 7 silver each. So we're pretty safe buying them all the way. Well, that one's under the vendor sell price. This one's at the vendor sell price. But I'm pretty sure what we're going to do is we'll reset it all the way down to 11 silver right here, because the price on these will definitely only go up because they're already at the vendor sell price. So it's a pretty safe bet right here. We're going to buy out as many of these. I think we have enough gold to get all the way down to, we could go to 9 silver or to 11 silver. So we'll see how much gold we end up with after we go through buying these, and we'll see how far down we can get. Either way, we're very close to the vendor sell price, so this is a pretty safe flip to do no matter what. And now there's a lot of items like this at the moment that are really close to the vendor sell price, so you can spend like a bit over the 50% of the market value, because the prices are only going to go up on these. It's just because we're so early on into season of discovery. Alright, so do we want to buy all these? Will we have enough gold to get it down to the 11 silver? I think we should just have enough. There's no big stacks, so let's go ahead and actually do this. Let's find where we were up to. So right here, I'll buy a few more, and perfect. So we've got 78 silver left over. Alright, so here's all of the items that we just brought. Let's go ahead and collect everything. Alright, perfect. So there's everything that we just invested in, and let's go ahead and get these all posted up on the auction house. Now before we post these, as you can see, it gives us the purchase price and it gives us a smart average buy price for the items. So our smart average buy for the true silver bars was only 18 silver, 13 silver for these, 20 silver for these right here, and then 8 silver for these items right here, the jades. So let's go ahead and post everything up in the auction house. Now to do that, you just want to go over to auctioning right here, have all the groups selected, and then click on run post scan. Alright, so we've got everything posted. It cost around 20 silver to post everything, and the total worth on the auction house is now currently 17 gold and 76 silver. So if we sell all these, that's about a 7 gold profit from the 10 gold that we started off with. So we'll give it a little bit of time. What we can do is every now and then we can come to auctioning, have all the groups selected, and then click on run cancel scan, and we can do a cancel scan. However, we are only posting for 2 hours at a time to save on listing fees. So we don't necessarily need to do cancel scans, but we could if we really want to be like as competitive as possible with the price. It will chew in a little bit of gold because we will have to repost them, and that's obviously going to cost another posting fee, but because we're only posting for 2 hours, it's very cheap, so we're definitely going to be doing cancel scans throughout this challenge. Now what we can do in our spare time while we're waiting for items to sell is that we can run sniper scans. And like I mentioned before, if a good item pops up on the auction house while we're running the scan, it will pop up on the screen like that, and this will do it on all of our groups, so all of the groups from the flipping guide, and it also gives the percent right here, and I've got it set up so it's at the right percent for the market value. So this is 74% of the market value. If it was 100%, it would be 100% of the market value, exactly where the price should be. So what I like to do here is just select it so it shows the lowest percent first, and then whenever something pops up that is like down here, that is a very low percent, we can go ahead and snipe that and buy it real quickly. So we'll let this run in the background. Now you can actually turn like a sound notification on for every single time something pops up on here. Say if you're on like your second account or you're not paying much attention while the scan is sniping, you can actually set it up so it makes like a notification noise, but we don't need that set up at the moment. I'll just be checking on this every now and then, and anything that is worth buying, we'll go ahead and buy those up. Now you can obviously click on the button right here and it'll bring up all the options that are under 100% of the market value. So we're obviously going to buy this one right here, this coarse stone. It's way cheaper than all of the others. So let's go ahead and grab that, and that's basically how this works, and you just wait for good items to pop up that you want to buy. Now sometimes you can get really lucky with this, and you can get items that are like 1% of the market value. Maybe someone put in the wrong price accidentally, like they forgot a zero or something like that, or they've just posted up not knowing the real price for the item. And this is where you can get some really good deals by running the sniper scan. So two add-ons, two macros that are very useful when doing this is a /reload macro, so we just made that right now, and then obviously your TSM macro. And this does all of the different sort of TSM like buttons and all the different things, like it will cancel items, it will click the cancel item button, it will list item button. It has all the different like inputs for TSM, so you can just click this one macro and it will do pretty much everything that you need it to do, like post the items, cancel the items and things like that. So we've sniped a few more items that have popped up that were really worth buying. And also I think we had a couple sales that came in at the start. So we've got about 1 gold in sales. We sold some of the jade and also the core stone that we sniped just before. So we'll keep on sniping and then we'll give it a little while and we'll see what sales we have got. Alright, so everything should have either sold or expired. So let's go ahead and check out what we've got in the mailbox. Oh nice, so we've got 9 gold and 40 silver and a bunch of items that we still need to sell. Let's go ahead and collect all of this. What did we mainly sell? Some of the jades, the herbs, and the true silver bars. Nice. Alright, let's go ahead and collect all of that. And let's see how many items we still have to sell. Alright, so we're sitting at 9 gold, 40 silver, and we've got a bunch of items that we still need to sell. So let's go ahead and post these back up on the auction house. Alright, so after posting everything, the auction house has 8 gold and 22 silver worth, and we have 9 gold and 24 silver in the bags. So what we're going to do now is we will do either a shopping scan on the groups or we'll do a sniper scan. I think we'll run a quick sniper scan, see if we can snipe any really cheap good deals that pop up on the auction house. Alright, so we sniped a few items. What we're going to do next, let's run a shopping scan on the material group and we'll see if we can spend the rest of the 8 gold that we've got at the moment. So we'll let the scan finish up and we'll see what we can get. Alright, so the scan is finished. There's a few items that we're going to look at right here. Mainly looking at the life root and the rough stone. We're going to see if we can do a market reset on these. If there's not too many to buy out. So we could buy them all the way down to here and reset these to 2 gold and 77 copper, which we will. So let's go ahead and buy up all of these. And we'll do the same sort of thing with the rough stone. The rough stone sells very quick. So we should be able to sell that off pretty fast, pretty easily. So we'll finish up buying all these. We'll have to cancel the 7 that we have on the auction house. And there we go. The next cheapest one is ours, but we're going to cancel ours and we'll post it at 2 silver. And we'll do the same thing with the rough stone, wherever it was. Here it is. How much do we have to buy to reset it? Not much at all, actually. So we're going to buy it all the way down. Oops, someone might have beat us to it, actually, because we clicked on it and it just disappeared. Let's see. Yeah, someone already did the reset. This guy right here. See what else we can find. There's a singular cheap raptor scale, or 2 of them. Let's go ahead and buy those real quickly. Alright, we could do a little one on the thick WOTLK scales. Buy them for like 5 silver, reset them to 10 silver. Let's go ahead and do that. There's not many to buy, so we might as well do that one. And we need to buy 1 more, I think it was. Yep, this one right here. Perfect. So what we'll do next is we'll run a scan on the recipes, because there's a few cheap recipes floating around, and we'll see if we can pick up any cheap ones and try to flip them for a good profit. Alright, the scan is complete. Now because we're on Season Mastery, we do need to be careful we're not buying either gear or recipes that are for the next phase. For example, this creates a level 29 chest piece and you need leatherworking 170, so people can't even use that at the moment. So we want to stay away from them sort of recipes, and also for the gear and the weapons. But for example, this right here, this can be used, and there's one that is 10 gold cheaper, 10 silver cheaper than all the rest. So let's go ahead and buy that one up. What else we got here? So they can make this one. There's 2. I don't think, unless we bought all of them, it wouldn't really be worth doing that, because we can't change the price enough to be very profitable. What's this one? They can make this. There's one 4 silver, the neck, or the rest 7 silver. So we'll buy the 4 silver one. Can't make that one at the moment. Can make this one. There's only 3 posted, so we're going to buy out all of them. and then we'll repost them for 77 silver each. So from like 20 silver to 77 silver. Let's go ahead and buy those up. Make sure we're buying the right ones here. Yep. Right, what's next? Let's check out. So this is for next phase. Let's check out this pattern right here. There's only 2 posted for 11 silver each. We'll buy those and repost them both at 47 silver each. It's really good when you can buy out the whole stock of one item, being like a recipe or a awesome gear, because then you pretty much can reset the price to what you want. These ones, there's a bit too many posted, we can't buy them all out. One here for 1 silver. Too many of them posted, take too long to sell all of those. This one's for next phase. What about this right here? There's too many of them also. And I think that is probably all the good ones. Or we could do it with this right here. Buy all the ones that are 14 silver, repost at 17 silver, 19 silver. We might as well go ahead and buy those, they're cheap. Alright, so we've got a decent amount of items. I think what we're going to do is we'll throw these back up on the auction house and we'll see what we're looking like. Alright, so let's go ahead and grab all of the items. We've got a bunch of different items here. As you can see, these are all the items that we sniped at the start. So a nice mixture of items. We got these really cheap. Then the rest of these are items that we pretty much reset, and then also the recipes. So we'll grab all of these and we'll throw everything up on the auction house. Oh nice, we've got some sales coming in on the life route, and we actually brought a bunch more of that. So we'll get those up on the auction house as quick as possible so they can start selling too. Alright, so we're going to post all the items that we just got our hands on up in the auction house. Hopefully we can sell all of these life routes, because we only paid around 1 silver each, and they're currently going for 2 silver and 76 copper. And a couple of the recipes are super expensive. For example, we only paid 7 silver for this, and we're reselling this one for 3 gold, 77 silver. And same with this one here, we only paid 22 silver, reselling it for 77 silver. So let's go ahead and get these all posted up on the auction house so we can get some sales coming in. Ooh, we're getting some sales already as soon as we're posting. That is what we like to see. Ooh, the rough stone's already sold. Whoa, bunch of sales coming in. Going crazy. Alright, so we've got everything posted. We just sold a silver bar also. So the auction house is sitting now at 27 gold and 89 silver. We have 1 gold that's already sold. They were pretty much sold instantly as we posted them, as you can see, which is what you want to see. And we also have 2 gold in the bag still. So we'll let the 2 hour go past and we'll see what we've sold. However, I think this is where we're going to end the very first episode of this series. If you enjoyed, be sure to make sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on the future episodes. And if you would like to learn in depth on how to actually do this and flip on classic era, classic hardcore, and also seasonal discovery, you can learn exactly how to do that inside of my flipping guide, which will be the first link down below in the description box. You'll get my TSM groups and operations that you can simply import to your TSM, and you can be up and running within seconds. And how it's set up, it's basically set up so you can never be non-profitable. Every single time we'll have the items posted at a profitable price. This way, even beginners can get to flipping and make a lot of gold doing so without having to worry about losing any gold. That'll be the first link down below in the description box, and I'll see you in the next one.